a What's More Likely Friday. Let's do it. Hit it.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, everybody. What do you got over there, Christopher?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Yeah, we're great.
What up, though?
Happy Friday. Hey, big news this week. The Tush Push is sticking around at least for one more year.
Can we call it brotherly shove?
Sure, the Brotherly Shove is sticking
I'm
around
with
for
you.
one more year. But
I
that just
hear
seems
you.
it's an only Eagles play, which, as we know,
Well,
it is not.
Yeah, but
That's
it's fair
true.
play, though.
Is it more likely that we see more teams successfully Tush Push this year, or is it still just an Eagles thing?
It's still just an Eagles thing. I really think it.
So then will you admit trying to get rid of this is just anti-Eagles? Like we can't stop it? The Eagles do this so much better than everybody else?
I think I want to talk about this a little bit later because it's more than just a what's more likely conversation.
I'm just saying, are we going to see more, now that it's sticking around, are we going to see more teams do it? That's my question.
Can somebody bench like Jalen Hurts? Honestly. How many times when Jalen Hurts does it are you concerned about, is he going to get up? Is he going to get hurt?
Zero.
Right.
Zero.
So who's the another quarterback for whom that would be the case? Josh Allen, right?
Yep.
Herbert.
He's taller, obviously,
Herbert.
than Jalen Hurts.
If there's anybody you think that could do it, the Los Angeles Chargers, where Jim is all about the O-line.
But you got to be able to squat 600 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Hurts
So
can,
I'm just talking about big physical quarterbacks that you're not concerned about. Although Herbert has gotten hurt. Herbert gets a high ankle here. He gets the ribs there.
Mahomes is a thick boy. He could probably.
I would never. The guy had his knee twisted on a straight vanilla quarterback sneak. You're not doing it with Mahomes. You're going to do 15 different, snow globe type plays. You got enough trick plays in the book from Reed. I don't think they're the teams they're going to. I'm just trying to identify teams that have the quarterback and the three guys to do it. The three guys in the interior offensive line. The Ravens have that.
But they do it
don't
with
have the quarterback. They do it with Mark Andrews.
Right.
So, how about one of the teams that voted against the ban are the Saints? Why wouldn't they try that with Taysom Hill?
Love that idea.
But what they normally do with Taysom Hill on must-have short yardage is just run options and with him, and then he runs for touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just wondering, Kellen Moore is now a guy who was the latest offensive coordinator to run this play. He might bring it to the Saints, and he's like, I've got a quarterback who can do this right now. I got this. I would peg the Saints. If I had to peg any team, I'm kind of surprised the Colts don't do it because Shane Steichen was, I guess, the originator of this whole thing. And I don't know if they have the interior line to do it. They do have Anthony Richardson to do it. But I'd peg the Saints as a team to look for. They voted against the ban. They have the OC who's now the HC there, and they got Taysom Hill on the roster.
Man, I like it. I like that.
What else?
Let's talk rookies. Is it more likely Ashton Jeanty breaks the rookie rushing record, 1,800 yards, or Cam Ward sets the rookie passing TD mark this year, 31?
I'll go Jeanty rookie rushing record.
It's Eric Dickerson. That's a 40-plus-year-old record.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. You're saying what's more likely.
What's more likely?
I will always take the running back to do something over the quarterback because we have no idea how Cam Ward is going to take to being the starting quarterback in the NFL. And boy, are they really just moving him along in a way that we didn't see from the Bears and Caleb Williams last year. First of all, we do believe Brian Callahan will know how to have him watch film as opposed to last year. But last year, Eberflus, and I shouldn't keep mentioning him as the way to do it. That he's got the guidelines, the playbook. But he was basically last year. There's no competition here. He's the guy, and they're having Cam Ward and Will Levis split snaps right now. At some point, that will end, I imagine. That said, Ashton Jeanty, regardless of whether they're telling him his Michael Myers stance needs to be adjusted or not, is the way that he stands pre-snap. They're trying to work on that. Yep. I'll take Jeanty over Cam Ward in what's more likely.
I think he's going to be a beast. You going to take Jeanty first-round fantasy this year?
That's a tall order, pal. That's a very tall order.
TJ, you're taking him high. I know that.
I mean, maybe.
Great. Please take him before me.
How about this? $53 million a year quarterback to finish higher in the MVP voting this year.
Purdy or?
Tua, Purdy, Goff, Herbert. All these guys make $53 million. Herbert makes $52.5. I rounded up.
Great question, Chris.
These guys all have the same salary.
I
They've
know,
all
I
won
get it. I
absolute
know, I hear you.
bupkis.
I understand. Okay.
Just kidding.
Boy, is that I couldn't think over the sound of the grinding axe over there, man.
That's for the people in the comments.
I gotta go with Goff lost his OC.
Goff was 5th last year. In the
I
MVP
know
voting.
he's got the pole position here over everyone in this conversation.
Yeah.
Purdy's team. I mean,
The wideouts aren't as good as some of the
I'm
other
looking at
ones.
rosters here. Like, what?
Have we forgot about Tua?
Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, I've already
Moved on. Yeah.
moved on.
Wow.
If I had to take one out, if we're millionairing this,
Wow.
and I'm going slowly but surely,
So Tua's 4th here.
dude, what's your best ability in the NFL? What is it?
I mean, available.
He's got to
I mean,
start 17 to be an MVP candidate, doesn't he?
That's true. I guess he doesn't have to start week.
I mean,
last
why
week
am
of
I?
the
I
year.
mean, Herbert's the only guy who's got a head coach who stares at the ceiling at 3 a.m. saying, "How am I going to get him in the Hall of Fame?"
Well, you're going Herbie here, huh?
I'll go Goff.
Oh, wow.
I'll go Goff again. What else you got there, Chris?
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. How about this one? More likely to be the higher total SGA. Bear with me. SGA single game point total in the playoffs this year. So his high for the playoffs right now is 38. Or Rockies wins this season.
How many do they have right now? Like
They are 8-42. They are on a
Jeez.
pace for 26 wins,
Yeah,
which
I'll
would
take-
annihilate the single season
And
record.
SGA can up it over 38. He's going to probably have at least 6-7 more games in which to do that.
Correct.
At least, at the very least. At the very least, he's going to have only 6 more games. And he'd have to finish off sweeps to do it.
So last year, the White Sox kind of set the modern record. They were 41-121.
Yeah, I'll
And the
go.
Rockies are
I'll
seemingly
go,
worse.
I'll go SGA
Okay.
here. Certainly since the Yankees are coming into town this weekend. What else?
They're terrible.
I mean, the Yankees have to remember every town that they're in is a Mets town. Yeah, Colorado's a Mets town.
Do you think there's more Mets fans in Colorado or Yankee fans?
There's more Yankee fans everywhere.
Oh, interesting.
Except in New York.
Chris, you need to get around. Okay.
Is it more likely?
It's a good one.
Is it more likely?
I didn't think you were paying attention. I kept looking over at you a
By the
couple
way,
times.
That was just like a.
By the way,
I'm always paying
he would have had a pitch clock violation right there because we were not locking eyes. He was not locking eyes with me.
I got peripheral.
Is it more likely the Thunder sweep the T-Wolves or Pacers Knicks goes 7?
Oh, Pacers Knicks go 7. That's more likely.
Interesting.
You think the T-Wolves are going to win a game?
What in the last 2 games
Okay.
have led you to believe that?
Well, they're all going to be wearing the same T-shirts in Minnesota, too.
Except for Jimmy Goldstein.
That's right.
All right, last one. Is it more likely Giannis gets traded this summer or Aaron Rodgers up and retires?
Giannis gets traded this summer. Giannis gets traded this summer. I mean, the Rodgers is playing football. He's playing football.
Didn't sound like it on
I
Joe
understand
Rogan
what he
this
said
week.
on what he was saying this week. He's playing football.
For the Steelers?
Yes. Yeah. He's playing football for the Steelers. So Giannis being traded this summer is more likely.
Okay. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Well done. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.